Welcome back to the channel, guys. Are we headed for another regional bank crisis? Because there seems to be a certain regional bank that's in big trouble right now. You may have already read the headlines about it. I know some other channels have talked about it. But is this going to be a cascading effect? Are we going back to what happened last year with, Silicon Bank? And also, I had a interesting conversation with a silver stacker, a new young silver stacker that came into my shop today, and we talked a little bit about this. So I'm going to put that on. And also, I had a visit from one of my longtime female silver stackers, which it was cool to get her opinion on it. So I'll be right back. Wow, look who's here.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, this is one of my longtime female silver stackers. She's been
More than 10 years, Scott.
10, yeah, it's
in
been
this place.
been about 10 years she's been coming here. And then she showed up. I asked her if she'd go on the channel and
Yes.
get a little different point of view, a female point of view about silver stacking. And why are you buying so much silver? What's the deal?
I've been buying silver since we've known each other, Scott. So the reason why I'm buying it for a purpose of future like retirement, and I do believe that silver is gonna go skyrocket one day.
You do, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably thinking the same thing we're all thinking, that we don't
Stock now.
we don't trust what's going on. We don't trust the markets, and we don't trust a lot of things. So yeah,
In 2025 it'll be double.
it will be double, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well,
That's my perspective.
that's your opinion. Yeah, well,
Opinion,
hey,
my opinion.
all right, Mary, thanks for
Yeah.
coming on. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
thank you, Scotty.
Okay, so I'm not going to ramble on too much about this. I'm going to let you watch the video, but I just wanted to bring it up that there's a regional bank, a New York community bank that appears to be in big trouble right now, and I'm just wondering if this is going to be a repeat of last year with the regional bank crisis with Silicon Bank, and are they going to have to step in again and help out these banks, and how is that going to affect the metals markets? But this bank, in recent days, their stock has plummeted, and that's because they reported a massive loss. And previously, they were reporting profits. All of a sudden, they had a huge loss, and I guess they're saying that they were exposed to some risky commercial loans, and I guess they defaulted on it. That's what I read. I don't know how true that is, but this bank was owner of Flagstar Bank, acquired 40 failing branches of Signature Bank last year as part of a federal bailout. The federal bailout program that they had expires in March. So are we going to see a cascade effect? And then how is this going to affect the price of metals? I mean, last year when this happened, the premiums went through the roof. So are we in for another replay of that? And is this going to, expand to something more? But I'll let you go ahead and watch the rest of the video now. That's really all I had to say about it. So you know variations on Morgans?
I'm learning them. I think that unless you're one of the Van brothers, you're not gonna know them all. But you can. Some of them you can catch with the naked eye, and other ones you're gonna want to have a scope or a loop, something to dig with.
So how did you find my shop?
Honestly, I found you on Google, but I walked in the door and I immediately recognized you because I already subscribed to your channel.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that happens a lot more than I thought it would. Even though I'm not publicly out, listing my business address through my YouTube channel, it's amazing what a small world it is with the silver market and the silver niche. I had a lot of people find me just by walking in and say, "Hey, you're that guy." I'm like, "Oh my God, my channel's not that big," but yeah, somehow I think it's a small world. But I was noticing that we got another maybe banking crisis about to happen, and I've been doing some research on this New York Community Bank, another regional bank, and that's sending some, you know,
Feels like March of last year again.
yeah, it's sending some alarm bells off in my head right now, and um, I don't know. I mean, did you read about it at all?
I've read, I've heard what others people say, trying to sort through everything. But what I understand is that they're super heavy in commercial real estate. They've got
Yeah.
40% or more of their profile is in commercial, and with interest rates where they are, it's assets are just sitting, and uh, there's people not paying and defaulting
Yeah.
on debt.
I think they gave some risky loans out.
Aren't they the ones that picked up all the Signature Bank's
I think
assets too
so.
in the
Yeah,
crisis?
I think they picked up Signature Bank.
And they bought it at a song from the FDIC, right? You know, they got, and that's when their valuation started jumping, went crazy.
Yeah, and it was a part of a federal bailout program that I guess expires in March. So I think they took risky commercial loans, and when these companies don't make it, they default, and it exposes the bank, these small regional banks. I'm just wondering if it's going to cascade into other banks, and are we going to go through a repeat of what we saw last year? And is that going to drive the demand for silver and gold back up through the roof like it was before? Because if it happens, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's going to happen. But I don't know. What do you think?
I think there's a good possibility, right? You know, if there's going to be that reach back to physical assets, you know, if we were watching the banks, look what happened last year with the banking crisis. People went back to silver, gold. They went to the hard assets, and we saw the premiums rise and the availability and the shortage. I mean, I know I was waiting weeks sometimes to get silver in.
Weeks. It was taking me sometimes, if I wanted to order it, sometimes some of the bullion dealers, the big bullion dealers, are 8 weeks, 8 to 10 weeks to get it with high premiums, and pretty much when you order it at the time, you would have to pay. I'd have to pay up front. It was locked in, and you know that's a long time to wait. The whole market could completely switch in that time, and I thought it was crazy. So I really wasn't ordering much. I was just relying on whatever people were bringing in, which.
And even then, I know that I was watching people get $8, $10 selling $8 and $10 premiums on Eagles back then because people just couldn't get them in.
Yeah, right. No, oh, 10. Online they were selling them some places for almost double the cost of silver, double the price. It was crazy. I was begging customers not to buy them from me.
Well,
Literally, my regulars, I was telling them, don't buy that stuff from me. It's a ripoff, and it was. I mean, it was ridiculous. But you know, is this going to happen again? I don't know. I just don't like seeing warning signs, and you know, as weak as the metals are right now, especially silver and the premiums, um, I still think it's a good time to buy.
I think it's a fantastic buying opportunity. I mean, you look at how undervalued it is historically. What's the worst case?
And the ratio.
Yeah, I mean,
90 to 1 or something?
It was 90 or 91, and I mean, it fluctuates based upon the markets, but this morning I think it was 90 to 1, the gold to silver ratio. Historically, it's been 50, 40, even down to 15.
Yeah, well, I hope you find something good for me in there, and I'm going to hook you up if you do, because I do not know bands, I don't know variations very well, and you know that's going to help me out. But hey, thanks for coming on my channel, man. You know, you're new to my shop, and I like all your knowledge. You got a lot of knowledge, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. Do you have any comments about this banking crisis or this mini crisis that we may be about to experience? How's it going to affect the markets? I know there's a lot of smart people out there who watch this channel, and I would appreciate any comments you have and what you think is going to happen. I'm not a banker. I'm not a financial consultant or an expert, so these are just my opinions, you know. And but I do like to hear what you guys have to say. It's very interesting. I do read the comments and I do listen to what people have to say. I try to keep a very open mind about this. But there's some scary things going on that sends alarm bells off in my head, and who knows what's going to happen. But all I can tell you is be prepared. And you know, as it comes to with the silver and gold stacking, Premiums are still down right now, and maybe a good time to add to it. If that's what you think is best, you should do it. I'm doing it, but do what you think is best, guys. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Have a great day.